Listen, I might. I'm thinking about it. But
actually, it is that fucking serious. Why the fuck did the Democratic Party post on their TikTok their 2025 like countdown, you know, like everybody does, and Kamala Harris isn't there? She was the best part of 2025. Yes, America failed her, and I'll never forgive y'all for that. But she was literally the best part. So, like, I don't know why she's not up there. It's really that serious. And then you have Bernie Sanders. Why is Bernie Sanders up there?
Guys, now, Kamala Harris was sitting down talking to Al Sharpton. And when asked whether or not she planned on running in 2028, she said she very well might. Kamala says she knows what it requires. She's been in the Oval Office. She's been in the Situation Room. Okay, she was a heartbeat and a hair away from being able to be president when she was the vice president.
Listen, every election season, there's always that one name. The one that gets people talking, debating, and arguing. Right now, the name is Kamala Harris. Because the moment people hear 2028, the conversation already started. Support, doubt, questions. And most importantly, what does this mean for the future? Before I even break this down, I need you to watch some of this clip because what people are saying right now is real, raw, and divided. Go watch those clips, then we come back.
Well, don't be fooled. Kamala Harris is still running for president in 2028. Watch this clip and I'm going to explain why.
And one of the points that I made is, why is it then when we think we want to improve a system or change it, that we're always on the outside on bended knee or trying to break down the door? Shouldn't we also be inside the system? And that has been my career. And recently I made the decision that for now, I don't want to go back in the system. I think it's broken.
What she's doing is she's becoming the answer to a problem. She's on a campaign for trust. So don't for 1 second think that she's stepping out, that she's not going to get back in the system. Did you clock it? She said, for now. And here's what she's doing. To become the answer to the problem, the first thing you have to do is state the problem. The system is broken. The next thing you have to do is systematically understand what's broken. You got to go to the front lines. You got to go to the people to understand what's not working in your life. Then you declare yourself the answer. And because she's going to be able to articulate it in such a way that we all understand and feels true because she heard us, we're going to trust her. She's on a campaign for trust. And what trust is about is character and competence. Character is, do I believe you are who you say you are? Competence is, do I believe in your ability to get it done? What Kamala Harris has is not a competence issue. She is one of the most seasoned political candidates and political athletes we have ever seen. What is an open question for some, not most, but for some, is character. I don't really know who she is. She's going to spend the next 12 months showing you who she is, getting to know you, and us getting to know her. And in order for us to really get to know her, there can't be any other motive or intention other than that. So if she was campaigning again, because all of us have really known her in the context of a campaign where she's asking you for something, she's trying to convince you for something, you can't really build trust that way. Trust can't be created when there's another motive. So she's putting it down for a second, but her campaign started last night on the Colbert Show. I just want you to be clear. She never had her audacity of hope moment like Barack did. We're going to get to meet her in a way we've never really met her before without her asking us for anything. So then she can now say, hey, the system's broken. I just spent the last year and a half listening to how it's broken, and here's how I'm going to solve it. I am the answer to the problem, and I am the next president of the United States. Watch.
Listen, I might. I'm thinking about it. But let me say this. Let me say this. I am thinking about it. But let me also say this. Look, I served for 4 years being a heartbeat away from the presidency of the United States. I spent countless hours in my West Wing office, footsteps away from the Oval Office. I spent countless hours in the Oval Office and the Situation Room. I know what the job is, and I know what it requires. I also know, one of the things that I've been doing, Rev, is I've been traveling the country the last year. I've been spending a lot of time in the South and many other places. And the one thing I'm really clear about also is the status quo is not working and hasn't been working for a lot of people for a long time. And part of the issue is the need to get rid of some of the bureaucracy in government and to understand that the people they don't want process, they want progress.
Now, I saw that Kamala Harris said that she was thinking about running in 2028. And of course, I made it known that I would vote for her. But if she does decide to run, I would like to vote for her. But part of me is also a little bit salty because they're going to do what they always do. And if the Democrats have the Senate and the House, I don't believe that Americans are going to give Democrats the actual numbers that they need in the Senate to get shit done. Now, you can get rid of the filibuster and get laws passed, but what we really need is constitutional amendments. And constitutional amendments are not going to be coming anytime soon. Now, I don't believe that the next Democrat that comes into office is going to be able to do shit and fix stuff like they typically do. I think it's going to take a lot longer. And 2 years isn't enough time. 4 years isn't enough time. 8 years isn't enough time. And honestly, I fear that they're going to fuck up again in 2030. And that's honestly the last chance to shift the world line. Because I've noticed online that some people believe that everything is just going to go back to normal. You guys have not truly recognized what the new United States is going to look like. Some of the things that this guy has done, it's irreparable. Our reputation around the world isn't going to be fixed in 2 terms. That's going to take decades. And honestly, I talk about it occasionally, but it's really, really frustrating that this is the world line that we have to live in. And I'm really mad of the future that many people have robbed us of.
Kamala Harris for president. I am Brian, and here's one thing to know on this Friday. Is Kamala Harris gearing up for another run for the White House? The former vice president says that she might run for president in 2028. Speaking in New York, Kamala was asked directly, do you plan on running for president? And her response, quote, let me get it, it's a little windy here today. I might, I'm thinking about it, end quote. She pointed to her experience serving under Joe Biden, saying that she knows exactly what the job takes after spending years inside the Oval Office and years inside the Situation Room. Harris also says that she's been traveling around the country and believes that the status quo is not working for many Americans. Of course, this comes after her 2024 loss against Donald Trump and after she passed on running for the governor of California. So, what does all of this mean? Well, she's not officially in, but she is definitely not out. And just like that, the race for 2028 could really start heating up and pretty quickly. Would you vote for Kamala? Drop me a comment, I'm curious, let me know. That is one thing to know today, hanging out under a tree outside of work. We got some construction still going on. It's a beautiful day here today, a little bit windy. Hope you guys are having a great Friday. Follow me right now for one thing to know tomorrow.
Actually, it is that fucking serious. Why the fuck did the Democratic Party post on their TikTok their 2025 like countdown, like everybody does, and Kamala Harris isn't there? She was the best part of 2025. Yes, America failed her, and I'll never forgive y'all for that. But she was literally the best part. So, I don't know why she's not up there. It's really that serious. And then you have Bernie Sanders. Why is Bernie Sanders up there? He lost as well. I'm so confused. I'm actually confused. It's weird to me, how much y'all do not like black women. It's so weird. Why is she not in the countdown? This is the thing, guys. 2028. Okay, it's going to be sooner than we think. I'm going to talk about Kamala Harris as much as I possibly can to keep her in people's minds because I want her to be president. I don't care what nobody says. She is my president and I want her in there. And I am voting for her in the primaries. I'm so sick and tired of y'all. Y'all want another white T-man to be president so bad. You won't even acknowledge the most qualified candidate we have ever had in American history. The most compassionate presidential candidate we have ever had. Fuck off.
So Kamala Harris got asked by Al Sharpton, the biggest sellout, the agent of the goddamn era, if she gonna run again. And she said, I wonder if she's gonna run again as a black woman. Now, I don't want to tussle and I don't want to fight y'all in the comments, but at the end of the day, black Americans with a lineage here in this country, I'm not talking about people with an immigrant background, how do you feel about Kamala Harris running again under the guise of a black woman? I need to know what y'all think about that. Let's start there. Second of all, do you all think that she would be a good president for black Americans? I don't want to hear, oh, she'd be better than what we got now. I don't want to hear that. We need to stop with this whole let's choose the lesser of two evils, because we don't know who she'd be running against. She'd have to go through the primaries. We don't know what other Democratic candidates might be, running against her just to get that spot. We don't know. We're not there yet. But also, the fact that we've been on a Democratic plantation for so long and we've gotten no return on our investment, what would you guys require? Like, what do you make from her moving forward? We need tangibles. We can't just play the raccoon dance game and let them have Meg Thee Stallion and Cardi B twerking on a stage and tell.
I'm sure everyone by now has seen that clip of Reverend Al Sharpton asking Vice President Kamala Harris, would she run for United States president in 2028? And she answers, I might. And the crowd goes wild. Let me tell you something. Vice President Kamala Harris is smart. She knows the law. Her accolades are creme de la creme. She has been a district attorney. She has been an attorney general. She has been a senator. She has been the vice president of the United States of America. That resume is pristine. But there is absolutely no way anyone could have read her book, 107 Days, and still thinks she should be the president of the United States of America. There is absolutely no way. No way. If you have even half a brain and read that book, I do not know how you draw the conclusion from reading that to saying she is completely ready to lead our nation as our commander-in-chief. I just can't believe, I can't believe anyone would believe that after reading that book. Like, there's no way.
Kamala Harris is in New York City today at the National Action Network convention, where she's sitting down with Reverend Al Sharpton. And she confirmed to Reverend Al Sharpton that she said she might run for president in 2028. Now, I love Kamala down. And as much as I would want her to win, I don't even know if I would want her to go through the stress in undoing everything that number 47 is doing in that White House. Whoever occupies the White House next, baby, they probably gonna spend their entire presidency undoing everything that he has done. And besides, I don't think America is ready for an educated black woman to whip this country into shape. Again, don't get me wrong. I love Kamala down, but I just don't see her winning as much as I would want her to.
Guys, now Kamala Harris was sitting down talking to Al Sharpton, and when asked whether or not she planned on running in 2028, she said she very well might. Kamala says she knows what it requires. She's been in the Oval Office. She's been in the Situation Room. Okay, she was a heartbeat and a hair away from being able to be president when she was the vice president. So she's arguing, listen, who knows what it takes better than she does? Now, when she said this, the crowd was shouting that she needs to run again and saying that she needs to, Tell me what your thoughts are, guys. Just so we're clear on some of the historical context, Kamala ran for the first time in 2020. She ran against Joe Biden. but she ended up not getting past the primary. Biden ended up being the Democratic nominee for president. And he smartly and rightfully tapped her to be his vice president at that time. What do y'all think? What are your thoughts, guys? Should she be running again? She ran the first time. She didn't get past the primary. She ran the second time, and we all know very well how that played out. It was a bit of a disaster. Some may say she was set up to fail by the powers that be. And so where do we stand with this, y'all? Do we want to see her run again? And do we think that she could in fact win if she ran again? I certainly voted for her last time. I really wanted her to win real bad.
And white people, the comments under that video of Kamala Harris saying that she is thinking about running for the presidency in 2028 is the truth that y'all need to hear right now. Because the Black Caucus, the Black delegation, we are split. If y'all go through them comments, you will see some Black people saying, you know what, Kamala, we need you. We need you to run again. We need you to save us, which it is no Black woman's job to save America. Let's just put that first and foremost. But then there's the other group of Black people saying, why? Why should she run again? Just so y'all can let her down? Just so y'all can fumble the bag? Just so y'all can not understand the assignment once again? Because we're tired of being disappointed. And I need y'all to understand that this shows y'all, or should show y'all, that we no longer have faith in y'all. We no longer have any bit of confidence that we might have had that y'all will do what needs to be done, that y'all understand what the assignment is and will and can be trusted to do so. See, this is what happens to Black people every voting cycle, every election cycle. We show up, we vote how it needs to go down, and we carry the vote. We carry the Democratic Party on our backs, and we still continue to watch this country choose white comfort over Black and brown survival every motherfucking time. See, the Save Us crowd, they're not naive, they're desperate. And then the Don't Do It crowd, they're apathetic. They're trying to protect her and ourselves. So white progressives, white Democrats, white leftists, white liberals, white allies, white America, this is what I need y'all to understand, okay? This divide, this sense of exhaustion, this feeling of, I don't even know if I want to do this anymore. Y'all did that. Y'all did this. Not the Trump voters. No, baby. It was you. Those of you who say you care. Those of y'all that post black squares on your Instagrams and put your little pins on your threads. You had the numbers in 2024. You had the reasons. You had the resources. And you still didn't do enough. You let comfort win over conscience. And now Black folk are standing at the crossroads wondering if we should even invest in hope anymore. Our trust has been broken, and now hope feels like a liability. Putting any hope in y'all specifically. In the same way that most of us 92%ers has said that we are not going to the protest, that we are sitting this out. We've carried the social justice movements in this country long enough. And we want to see, are y'all going to really pull through or not? And like we saw with this third No King's Day protest, where is the sustainability? Where are the boycotts? Where is the strike? Where is it hitting them where it hurts in their pockets? Where is y'all stopping the continuation of participation in the systems that are causing us harm on a daily basis and funding these wars that you get up on this app and cry about? See, it's not Kamala Harris's job to save America. It was never one woman's job, especially not a Black woman's job, to save America. It was supposed to be our job. Y'all want to talk about why are we so divided? Why can't we come together? We had the opportunity to come together and y'all fumbled the bag. Y'all let us down. That is why you're seeing comments on that video of Kamala saying that she will run or is thinking about running in 2028. This is why you're seeing Black people saying, Mama, Auntie, don't do it. Just move on. They done already told y'all. They already told you they don't want you. They ain't gonna vote for you. Sit this one out. Let somebody else do it. This is why. We don't trust you. Honestly, can you blame us? Because a lot of it is performative. Y'all will go to the protest. Y'all make your cute little sign so you can post it on your page, on your Twitter, on your Instagram, on your Threads account. And then you'll go stop by Starbucks on the way home. But can we just be honest?
Kamala Harris says she's thinking about another presidential run. You guys remember when Kamala ran last time and bankrupted her entire campaign? Kamala was paying celebrities. Every poll told you that she would be your next president. Y'all know folks are going to be in the comment section of this video defending another run by her. And in true grown-up adult fashion, Hunter Biden challenges President Trump's sons to a cage match. Neither Eric Trump or Don Jr. has responded, as they are actually out doing grown-up things. In an interview with NBC News, Cuba's president says he will not be stepping down. Democrats have shut down the talk of impeaching President Trump this year. They realize that there is slim chance of this happening. Hope you guys are all having a wonderful Friday afternoon. Let me know your thoughts respectfully, please, in the comments. God bless you.
All right, you've seen it. Now let's talk. When it comes to someone like Kamala Harris, reactions are never going to be simple because she represents more than just politics. She represents change for people, question for others, and expectation from a lot of people. Let's be honest. Whenever a major political figure is connected to a future election, people start asking about leadership style, past decision, future promises, and that's exactly what is happening right now. This is not just about 2028. It's about trust, it's about direction, and it's about what people believe will come next. Now, let's take this deeper. For Black Americans, this conversation carries weight because representation matters, but so does impact. People are asking, what has been done? What can be done better? What does progress really look like? And those are real questions because support is not automatic. It's earned through action, policy, and results. And that's why reactions are mixed. Some people feel hopeful, others feel cautious. But one thing is clear, people are paying attention. Here is the truth. No political figure is going to have 100% agreement, and that's normal. But what matters most is, are people being heard? Are communities easy seeing change? Because at the end of the day, that's what shapes decision. And let's be real, the internet is going to do what it always does. Turn opinion into debate, turn debate into a fire moment, because now every reaction becomes content. And that's exactly why this topic is gaining attention so early. Think about it. How many times have you seen a name trending and instantly people are splitting? That's what this really feels like. Not just excitement, not just criticism, but a mix of both. So maybe the real question is not just, is this the right person? Maybe it's, what does people really want moving forward? Because leadership is not just about one question. It's about the direction people believe in. Now, I want to hear from you. What are your thoughts on a possible 2028 run? Do you feel hopeful or do you have concern? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Let's have a real conversation. And if you want more real unfiltered reaction like this, hit the subscribe button because we are going to go deeper into every time. Thank you for watching and see you in my next video.